I want to turn now to Richard Hough. He's a professor at East Tennessee State University, also a consultant in use of force cases. Thank you for being with us. Good morning to you. Use of force really begins at the very beginning of this video when you see Tyree Nichols pulled over and officers yank him out of the car. Let's start there. Based on your training, what you witnessed, how did it land with you to watch what was happening, and what questions did you have right off the bat?
Well, good morning, Marni. It's good to be with you, even with the tragic death of Tyre Nichols and what's occurred with Memphis PD and the broader ramifications across the country. What you initially saw with an officer running right up to a vehicle that apparently the officers felt had someone who was dangerous goes against training in this country and in any other country, where you would, in fact, utilize a felony traffic stop approach rather than what I've referred to as event termination response, where everybody just kind of sort of ruled by the adrenaline, perhaps rushes up on a vehicle. Similarly, with the various other use of force options that you saw there, certainly disproportionate to what we can see and what we know thus far in this.
Well, and one other point that I've heard people discuss throughout the weekend is you've got 5 officers and 1 guy, and they can't get him in handcuffs. Give me your hands, over and over, trying to de-escalate a situation. What do you make of some of the observations of that play out on the video?
And that is a very important point. What we train officers to do in circumstances like those, first of all, you would not typically hear all of those different commands being given by multiple officers. Once again, with less experienced officers, and I don't know the experience level of these particular former officers, you may have people who don't have someone take the lead role and be the one to give the specific directions, but also to be able to control a person's limbs, one on each arm, one on each leg, or laying on top of somebody to pin them long enough to get handcuffs on. So the usage of the various other less lethal devices, an electronic control device, the pepper spray, again, seemed disproportionate, let alone the type of strikes that the officers were using.
And as you heard a moment ago, the attorney for at least one of the officers is now questioning culpability. My client was pepper sprayed, therefore he could not act. When you talk about training and everybody on a scene in this situation, there is a level, a degree of knowledge that you are to do the right thing, right? To step in. How does that play into training, each one being culpable for different actions that night?
Absolutely. We have certainly seen across the country and realizing what a lot of people do not, that there are 18,000 separate local law enforcement agencies. We are unique in the world in that way, how we approach things. But the issues of duty to intervene and that tie into culpability, yes, it goes to training. Your most important people, probably in any organization, are often the informal leaders. Certainly chiefs of police, certainly sheriffs, bear the leadership responsibility, but you have to transmit that down to your field training officers, your academy instructors, your first line corporals and sergeants, to instill in officers really on a daily basis how it is that you expect to represent your agency and your community.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.